Nashville, Tennessee. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Matthew Stafford and the Tennessee Titans taking on Jacob Eason and the Indianapolis Colts.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Mike, ready? 1080. Alert! Hey, what's delay? Mike's 59. Mike,
on first down at Stafford, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger, there. And it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return.
7-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A huge play that time for the Colts. 71 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jordan Howard. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Jamal Williams. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
44-yard punt. They're going to Turn, though, and the Colts getting ready to go. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He's going to rifle, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I've been telling my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
45, Mike, 45. Let's go, defense.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown.
And got his man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Colts add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45.
To throw is Stafford. And he finds Tyler Kroft. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And that's caught inside the 30. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there for Indy. 81 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Now, this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line. Ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Titans 7.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Maybe a frustration. Penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Double dog, that's the way. 58, boys, 58.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And he's got his man on the out route. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 31-yard
From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. And that particular play just came from the outside.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. And we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Julian Okwara racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Just like that.
To throw again. Stafford. Man open left side is Brown. 20, 10, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. The 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31, as his guys continue to pour it on. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it,
safe.
Be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He's sure trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jordan Howard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
They're not ready for this, man.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Operating from the gun. Stafford.
Matthew Stafford sacked.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Brett Kern now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Titans' 46-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Howard on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At their own 25.
Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 11 yards there, first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
46-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. 45. 45. 45. Mike. 45.
Stafford on first down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Stafford making the catch is Sternberger. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. He's at the 30.
Do what
10,
we do. Do what we do.
And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
The kicker on.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard. Under pressure, they got him again. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, Stafford, and he's going to go down again. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
I'm on.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but it's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Howard, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
58 to
5.
Mike. 58 to Mike. 65. 65.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford, throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
The tackle made by Rock Yassin. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford, he'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Stepping up and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Matthew Stafford scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's got it up and through. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. He'll take a shot, and this is caught at the 20. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Man, why are we doing this?
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolf. Check. 55 to Mike. 60 Bison. 60.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call.
Come on.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Stop your whining.
Now Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
They're running.
Second and 10.
58, right over there, right over
At
there.
the
Yeah,
12-yard
Mike, 58,
line.
right there. Man, I got you.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Let's go, D. 58 to Mike.
Operating from the gun, Stafford, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Sack, baby.
And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
So here are the Colts to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Come on, D. 50.
From the gun is Eason. He'll take a shot downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Quick slant to Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford to the tight end, incomplete. It's Sternberger over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jamal Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are able to get a score back. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10.
Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They run it again with Williams. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Watch the screen. 58, boys. 58. 58, Mike.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. 1st and 10, Eason. The toss here completed to Pittman.
Eason's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll get this one to Pittman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Eason. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And this offense is running away with this one. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
They've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Titans on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
37 yards on the punt with no return. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. The throw left side to start the drive is complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. Ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good game.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Indy set to go on offense once more. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a... And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Another incomplete pass there. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Julian Okwara, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Yes, Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Third and long. It's Stafford. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's third and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he'll find Pittman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Over the middle, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, baby.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And yet again, it's Humphries. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. You go night-night. Go night-night. 58, ready?
On 1st down, Stafford here. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. On first down, it's Stafford. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
58, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brycen Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. It got his man, complete. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And
through an opening, and there he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Eason. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow.
He's got a man, complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. 2nd and 10.
Check 9. Single receiver. Hey, you're on the 9.
From the gun, Eason. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do it.